Okay, so what we know from Dave Nord's reading about the 1793 yellow fever that occurred in Philadelphia is that the newspaper was an essential part for the community to be able to come together. The newspaper was the medium. It was a way to bring people together during this crisis. It also was a way for readers to be able to edit the reading. So then the readers were potentially able to become the writers because they would write in the newspaper and they would come up with cures that may or may not be true that would be able to help people who had the yellow fever. And they became a community. It was like during that time, only 23% of the news was local news and 77% of the news was from outsiders. It was because it was people trying to tell people what they should do. They were sending in notes to the newspaper to give cures for the yellow fever. And like I said, it could be true or it could not have been true. So in comparison with today, with coronavirus, the medium is social media. Social media is so powerful. Social media can persuade people to do things during the coronavirus, especially people who are not as educated about what the coronavirus really is and don't know the steps to help them prevent from getting the virus. So a lot of times people see people on social media stocking up on toilet paper. They see people in the grocery stores with the line wrapped around the store. So they're thinking, oh my gosh, there's no more, there's going to be no groceries. So then they probably maybe I need to go to the grocery store so I can stock up because people are going to run out of groceries, and they see people buying all this toilet paper. So what do? They go out and stock up on toilet paper. But in essence, social media can also be a tool to educate people about the coronavirus, to let them know how serious it is, and to let them know that they actually need to stay in the house and they need to follow the rules, because in turn, social media and the coronavirus, just like how back in the day, the yellow fever was a way to bring the community together. With the coronavirus, we need to let each other know that if we do not follow the rules, this virus is going to be going on even longer. So social media, in a sense, is also could, if people use their platforms correctly, to tell people that they need to stay in the house, or if they don't stay in the house, we can have a longer period of time where we're not going to be able to go outside of the house. So in that sense, in both cases with the yellow fever, instead of it being on a social media platform, it was the newspaper. And nowadays it is the social media platform, whether that be good or bad. It's it's a personal opinion if it's good or bad, because sometimes it can put people in a panic. Social media can make people panic, or it can make people, it could just make people educated on the, how the virus and how you could get the virus and symptoms of the virus and all that. Also, to say one thing, like I said before, one thing that both of these things had, the yellow fever, it brought people together as a community. And then another thing is community and change. And with the coronavirus, I think it is starting to bring the United States more together as one, because everyone, in order for this thing to really in a sense, not to say go away, but in order for this sense, for people, everyone has to be on the same page. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone has to be on the same page in order for this to, in order for the virus to not be affecting everyone's life so long. Because in turn, everyone in the United States has been impacted by this virus. Not to say you have it, but in some sense, your life has been impacted by this virus because there's lockdowns everywhere. So we all need to come together as a community to try to, because the longer we don't follow the rules, the longer that this thing is going to keep going. So we have to come together for it to come to an end.